Hello, Yvette Sojourner here. Yvette Sojourner here. Listen, if you already haven't liked, subscribed, shared, don't forget to do it. Don't forget to do it. How else is all this goodness going to be spread across the YouTubeverse and the interweb? This is the place where luxury meets authenticity. As you can see, I have a mic in my hand, and the quality of this video is probably different than my last few videos because I am on my phone. Yes, listen, when I travel and do things and I'm out and about in the world, I typically do not take my camera just so that I can be more discreet. So today is the day that Hubs and I made our way to Hermes. Yes. I know I posted a couple of things about it on the community board. If you are not aware, listen, you need to check the community board, okay? Because that's where I put all the most recent up-to-date things as it unfolds and happens, okay? This video is, of course, not going to be going out until the new year, but today is still November, and I wanted to at least include all of you in this experience as it was happening. And I did a poll, and it was about a quota bag. It was about a quota bag. Yes. And I asked you all, which one did you prefer? And I asked that question because I actually was in contact with my essay. Okay, I'm going to stop there. What I'm going to do right now is go back to past Yvette Sojourner and let her update us as to what is going on. And then we'll come back. Do you see how I look right now? Like, I have to go and work out, but I wanted to at least include some of this, capture some of this moment. Hubs and I are preparing to go to our Hermes boutique, and that will be on tomorrow because Hubs' birthday, happy birthday Hubs, is coming up, and I did not want to miss an opportunity to get him something special because I reached out in advance and made the request to make sure everything I wanted was set aside. I also, slightly nudged as far as my wish list, and sure enough, my essay reached out today to tell me that she has something special. And yeah, I am not going to say what it is as yet, but I know I will be coming back and talking about this in a full video. But I will say, I don't know. It never fails. My first response is always no, when it's not something that is specifically what I've requested. So what I did instead is I talked to Hubs about it. Of course, I don't know, but it's so funny because my first thought is like, I don't know. And Hubs is like, let's just wait and see. But me, I'm always like, it's either yes or no. If it's I don't know, typically it's like no. But we shall see. Listen, you guys, you know, it has to be an emergency for me to hop on here again looking like this. I still have yet to work out, but my essay just reached out to me and offered me a second bag. So this is two. Remember the first one, I'm kind of like on a fence. Then I, responded, and now she's offering me a second one. I'm not going to say what it is, but yeah, I cannot wait to record this for you tomorrow so I can share all of the deets of what is going on. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm excited. I have to admit, I am very excited about this. So I cannot wait until tomorrow so I can share this all with you. Goodness. Okay. I'm done for now. All right. So I think you're all caught up. So this trip initially was to pick up some items for Hubs, as past Yvette Sojourner explained. But since we're making the trip, of course, I made an ask to my Hermes essay to see if anything was available, and she immediately responded. She informed me that, because I requested all the items that I wanted for Hubs to be set aside, and she informed me that that was done. But she also informed me that there was a special surprise for me. I mean, I was over the moon because, as you're aware, in my previous end of year video, I was saying, who knows what may happen before the end of the year? And this happened. So the bag she was offering me was a Birkin 30, and I was ecstatic. I was like, okay, a Birkin 30 is on my list. How's the hardware? Palladium, check. How is the color? It was perfect color, check. The bag itself was a no for me. And I'm going to explain to you why. So all the boxes were being checked, but this was not just any bag. This was a rare bag. It was called a Birkin 30 Grizzly in Gris, and I'm not even going to try, but it was an Etoupe with palladium hardware. Etoupe was definitely on my wish list. As I stated previously, all of the other boxes were checked, but this particular bag, and I'm going to insert a picture, was a no. And it's not exactly what I was looking for as far as my next bag. I'm going to be very straightforward and transparent here. I'm looking for a more classic bags. And interesting enough, I am currently being offered a ton of more unique, rare bags. I've already made the exception. When I accepted the Birkin 25 in Quadro, I did not feel comfortable accepting another bag outside of that. The Quadro fits me perfectly as far as the retro look, the feel, the aesthetic, all of the boxes are checked. This particular bag, no. So what I did instead of just saying no when she sent the message, this is what I sent her. What fantastic news to start the day with. Thank you so much for setting aside the items that I requested. I'm absolutely overjoyed to hear about the Birkin 30. The Grizzly and Etoupe with palladium hardware sounds stunning and rare indeed. I can't wait to see it in person. Admittedly, while I recognize the rarity and the beauty of this piece, I find myself currently leaning more towards a basic leather bag. It's part of a specific look I'm aiming to curate in my collection. So did you see what I did there? I didn't immediately just say no and shut down the offer. Instead, I, informed her of what I actually was looking for. And then I followed it with this. If there's a Birkin or Kelly in a simpler leather available, I would be very interested in seeing those as well. Thank you for understanding my current preferences. Your dedication and expertise in catering to my taste never ceases to impress me. And I close with, do you happen to have anything else? And at that point, I even reached out to my SA in France, who immediately just responded. She adored that bag. But for me personally, I had to be real honest with myself. Is it what I want? Is it something I'm going to use? Is it going to be something that I get and then later regret? Right? These things happen. So what I did instead was, after I sent the message, I just patiently waited, chatted with Hubs. He agreed with me. It wasn't a bag that really fit my overall aesthetic and vibe. So let's discuss why it was a no for me. The leather was more of a kind of like fur, but it was really a suede texture. And I am not a suede person. I just don't, it's not my preference, period. That immediately just shut me down when it came to this bag. And I'm happy I didn't come in person and then have to have this discussion, because I would have felt awful. I'm stuttering and I'm stumbling, and I would have been, that's what would have happened in person, because yeah, it would have been very difficult to be like, no, in person. It just would have. Yes, this offer was special. It allowed me also to reach out to my SA in France, which I always try to remain in contact with her. So then I have an ongoing relationship with her. So once I'm back, I can pick up where I left off when it comes to that. When I reached out to my SA in France and she was like, I love it, it made me really question, like, are all these essays kind of working together? Are they in cahoots? Because it was like, I don't know. It just felt like, it made me wonder, like, I wonder if they like support, that they're a network who kind of supports each other, even internationally. So with that being said, I will say I admire and enjoy and love the fact that my essays offer me these rarities, because it really helps me to step outside of my comfort zone. If they didn't challenge me in the ways they do, I would stay with just the real classic pieces and nothing more. And so I do appreciate that they're getting me to explore things outside of just bags, but also with clothes and silks, and even with shoes and all the different items. I really do appreciate that, and allowing me to discover myself and my taste as I continue on with this experience with Hermes. I was very hesitant when it came to this bag, because, let me preference it this way, my situation is truly something to be appreciated. I am fully aware of that. The thing is, I'm hesitant because all of the bags that I'm being offered are these rare bags. So I think in my mind, I thought this experience would be, I would be offered all these classic bags, and it would lead to rare bags. But for me, my experience thus far has been the opposite. I was offered one classic bag, and then all the rest of them have been rare. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do with that, because my mind was so set on the classics, right? So I had to reacclimate and I had to readjust. That's really truly where my hesitation lies. It's like, okay, why am I being offered all these rare bags when I just want classics? And my essay explained to me today when we were in shop, she just was like, because I adore you and I really do appreciate you as a client, so I want to offer you the rarest of bags, and I love that. So I have to lift her up and acknowledge that, but at the same time just be true to myself and saying, okay, this is nice, but this is really what I'm wanting at this moment. I will also share something else I discussed with my essay, which is, she is very smart and intentional in the items that she picks for me. As you can see, if you go back and watch all of my other unboxings, from my Birkin Quadrille in a 25 to my Evelyn to my Getta, she is very considerate. She always refers to the list. Every bag that I have been offered has been something that I have had on my wish list, just checks all of the boxes. And I really appreciate her eye for detail and for my aesthetic when it comes to that. So for this specific bag, because the Grizzly checked so many of the boxes, I can understand why she offered it to me. I can also understand the fact that she was fully aware that I already have a Birkin 30 in all leather in gold tone with palladium hardware. So a good pairing to that would be something more rare. And so I get it. And I want to make sure that I mention that as well. So as I said before, I didn't immediately decline the bag. I shared the message that I sent to her in order to try to pivot in some way, start another conversation, or open up another door for another potential offering. And as you can see in the message, I was very straightforward as far as my hesitation. I was very honest and transparent with her. And being able to, mention the possibility of seeing other bags while there, I truly believe did assist, because within the hour of me sending that message, she responded and she was like, yes, you're lucky. I have another bag to offer you. So she informed me that there was a Birkin 25 in Togo Vert Amande. And I was like, okay, this is going to be amazing. And it had palladium hardware. So it sounded like it was checking all the boxes. I wanted a Birkin 25 in all leather, check. Palladium, check. As far as the color, I was not sure. I had to do a lot of research to discover the color, but also what umbrella it fell under when it came to the color scale, right? So I did that, and ultimately I'm gonna unbox it soon. This sounds like the bag that I'm looking for because the color, based on what I researched, was of a grayish tone. So it checked another box. Let me tell you, I'm just like, I am excited, I am happy, but I am so appreciative because these boxes, this wish list I've created is actually happening. And that is exciting to me. At the end of the day, literally, I had to decide which bag I wanted. Allow me to say this. A takeaway from all of this is, just because you're offered a bag doesn't mean you have to accept it. You don't have to say yes to everything that's being offered to you. Because if you accept every offer and every bag that is presented to you, and it's not even something of your style or aesthetic, how else is your essay going to even know what your style and aesthetic really is? If it's not something you really want or it doesn't fit your style and aesthetic, it's okay to say no. It's okay to ask for what you want and stick with it. It's okay to inquire about other options. So even though this video will not drop until 2024, until the new year, what an amazing year I have had. Past Patricia 2023, let me tell you, 3 Birkins in a year, not even including the non-quota bags, which is what, 3 non-quota bags? Oh my God, that's like 6 bags. But I was offered the one and I declined. Oh my goodness. What a year. Let's move on to this unboxing. I could have waited till I got home, but I was so excited that I wanted to make sure that I was able to carry this out. Let's do it. Here we go. And here she is. Look at that. Look at that. So this is my Birkin 25 in Togo Vert Amande. And Vert means green, so it's supposed to have this greenish tone, and it's also amande, which is almond. But for me, it is definitely in the gray family when it comes to tone. And I can still kind of feel the hue of green, but I don't think you would be able to experience it unless you see it in person. But yes, I will be adding her once I'm home to the others that I have. And yeah, I want to thank you all for joining me and taking the time out. I know that I have dropped several other videos, so I'll say it again. Happy New Year, because it is the new year when this video will be released. I appreciate all of you who commented when I reached out asking which would you choose, because I was oblivious at first. Like, I just wanted to make sure I was choosing the right fit for me, and I got so many responses, and I appreciate all of you who responded. And yeah, I think that's it. Until next time, thank you for joining me.